Hey, this is Mike Shinoda from Linkin Park, and just want to say thank you to Recitales in Argentina and to all the fans in Argentina. We're looking forward to playing for you guys soon.
How are you? We are talking about the your return to Linkin Park. There's been a whole year for you, but to us it's like this is new. You've been to South America last year for a few shows in Colombia and Brazil only since the big announcement. How are you taking this year? This coming back to the live shows to being in the band again?
It's been awesome. I mean, we've had a really busy year. So many of the biggest shows we've ever played. I think everybody is still very excited about touring and very excited about the shows. We got shows lined up until the middle of next year. So it's a very aggressive and long tour for us. I think more shows than like any tour we've done for well over 10 years. Um, the new music, new album and everything has been the reception from the fans better than we could have ever imagined. And we're so excited to play these shows every night.
Yeah, I was going to ask about this, about the reception, because I don't know how was for you to plan everything. Like, I think that it was pretty organic, as you said in a few interviews regarding the reforming the band, adding new members, making this album. But how are you prepared to the with the contact with the audience? You couldn't anticipate if it was going to be well received or not so well, right?
We just kind of, I think that for us, there have been since the beginning, everything we put out, there's always people that love it and people that don't like it. That's just part of being an artist. Since the beginning, it's kind of like we've realized that it's the most important thing first and foremost is just for that we love it and that we're proud of what we've made and that we push ourselves to the best we can to do a great job and to make something that challenges us as writers and creators, and then do our best to communicate that in the live setting when we go on tour. So it sounds simple, but the details and the actual execution of that couldn't be more complicated or more difficult. And I have a lot of respect for all the artists that do it and do it so well. Um, for us, coming back this past year, a few years ago, we found ourselves like starting to talk again for the first time, and like you said, it was a very organic thing. It was like just started with getting breakfast, getting lunch, having a coffee, talking about what if this or what if that. And eventually we met Colin and Emily, and they just felt like one of us. Like they just felt like they clicked with the band. Um,
How did you meet with them?
Colin I
How
met
did
in
you
a
get to know
session.
them?
So Colin I met in a writing session with some other people. We were sharing like writing and production uh, duties during that session. It was just for this kid, this male artist, and it was fine, but I could tell like right away that Colin, I was excited to meet him. I didn't know anything about him, and when we worked together, I was like, it occurred to me that he was really smart and really talented, and so I decided to reach out to him a little more and do set up some more sessions with him. And Emily, I had originally apparently somebody had reached out way back when we did the celebration of life for Chester. After Chester
Mhm.
passed away, we did a concert, and we had other
Yeah.
people who came and sang his part on our songs. And someone had submitted her name, but they submitted it too late, and so we didn't meet her at that time because we had already filled the show with we had all the voices we needed. And then I think it was like 2 years later, I did a session with her, and I was really impressed. and it kind of that didn't go anywhere because we didn't make anything that anybody that we wanted to put out, or that I wanted to put out or she wanted to put out. It was just for fun. And then we kind of like, I just remembered, oh yeah, that girl was cool. And then a few years later, when we were starting to do sessions again with Dave and Joe, her name came up, and we booked one session with her, and they got to know her a little bit, and that led to another, and that led to another. And over a period of like, I think it took like many, many months to go from that um, to like asking, realizing that she should be the singer. Like it definitely took more than months. It was might have been a couple of years.
Mhm. These sessions, where did they started? Like, how many years ago? Because it sounds like a long
I mean,
period of.
it's hard to say because we did a session in 2018 and then did nothing after that. And we did a session in 2019 and did nothing after that. Like it was like we'd meet up and like maybe like try and see if there was like a vibe, and then nobody would get together again for like 6 months. And
Mhm.
then it just like at some point around 2021 or two, like Joe and Dave and I talked more and more often. And definitely as we got into 22, it's like, well, we were writing some good stuff together. Or I remember I'd written a couple things that I had played for them, and they're like they were very excited about. One of those songs was The Emptiness Machine, actually. And then like we kept doing more sessions in order to discover, like, is there more to this? Like, are we just having fun, or is the band, it could have been anything. It could have been just the three of us are going to make a thing. It could have been I could, a project with my name on it. It could have been anything, right? And then eventually, once we really started to get into it and make this album, it was really obvious, like, oh, this stuff is coming out. Like, it sounds like Linkin Park.
Yeah, I was going to ask because you did a solo project in 2020 with this with the help with of fans with your Twitch channel and such. I was told this by a friend who is a pretty big fan. So I was like, okay, maybe this was like a trigger to continue. I don't know.
Well, I don't think that was. I think it was almost the opposite,
Okay.
because in 2018, well, after Chester passed away in 2017, I made a bunch of music just to like get it out of my system, because I had all
Yeah.
this emotion that I needed to like do something with. And we had planned a tour that didn't happen. So I felt like I had a void that I wanted to go out and sing these songs and see fans face to face,
Mhm.
let them know that I was still there, and to hear their stories and everything. But that tour was exhausting. It was really hard, and like I did as much of it as I could, but when I came home, I was like very, very exhausted. And then that album was called Post Traumatic. And
Yeah.
then as when COVID hit, um, people were asking, like, I remember I was on social media a lot because everyone was sitting at home, and they were like, you should stream. Are you making music? Like, are you ever writing anything? I was like, I'm always writing stuff. I was just like, it's like sketching. Like, I just
Mhm.
make little things all the time. And they were like, we'd love to see what that is. Like, show us on your computer. And so that led to me streaming on Twitch. And then streaming on Twitch, I just made so many things. I just ended up putting some of those on, Spotify and Apple and the DSPs.
Mhm.
I just put them up because the fans were asking for it. But all of that
Okay.
stuff was just me like killing time. Like, it was just for fun, and none of it was very serious. If you watch those streams, like, they're up on YouTube, like, we're just fucking around the whole time. Uh,
Okay.
and then I felt like that started to get a little what's hard about that is when you're generating as much stuff as I do and as much stuff as I was doing there, it starts like the value and the importance of it starts to get foggy. Like
Yeah.
it's not like writing a song that you're so serious about and you craft it and you spend a lot of time on it and you make it really, really good. It was the opposite, where it's just like make a thing, make a thing, make a thing. So that's why it was almost like it like confused my compass a little bit
Mhm.
in terms of getting just like the songs felt like less important. And then
I
when I
get it.
started making things with the band again, all of a sudden the songs felt important again.
Okay. Yeah, I get that. So, as you were back together, um, how did it end up being an album and then this announcement and tour? How did it feel
Um,
for you to be back with the band on stage?
I mean, it's been incredible. We're just, I think, so grateful. Everybody's so grateful for what has happened and what we've got, and the fans have been so supportive. Um, you know, like obviously Chester was an incredible guy and an incredible singer, and then to be able to do it again with somebody who's also an incredible person and an incredible singer in Emily, is like it's more than once in a lifetime, to do it twice is crazy. So um, she does a great job. She's a great person. It's like she's a ton of fun to hang out with. Uh, everybody, we have a great time out there on the road, and she works really hard, and she does a great job on these songs. I think the most important thing is that she doesn't try to imitate Chester. She makes the
It
songs.
doesn't feel like it.
Yeah,
It's
that's the best part.
it,
Like I think that
yeah.
that if we were to be on stage with somebody who was pretending to be him, it would be so fucking weird. I
Yeah.
wouldn't like that at all. Like, and I'm fine with people who do that. There are like cover bands and stuff. That's fine.
Mhm.
I don't have a problem with them at all. I don't want that to be our band. They can
Yeah.
go do that, be their band. I don't want it to be our band. Our band has to have its own identity. And the way that what that enables is it enables us to make new music that sounds new and it sounds fresh, and then like we're in a very unusual position where people actually care, because for so many bands who have been doing it for as long as we have, they really, like, a lot of fans just want to hear the old stuff. And
Yeah.
if we take new songs out of the set, the fans get mad.
I was going to say this, how you craft the set list, because there's a few generations going to your concerts, like the old fans, and there's new fans. There's people that didn't know about Linkin Park until this new album hit.
Mm,
So they are expecting to hear the new music, not the old.
yeah.
How you
Most of the
how you
crowd,
do?
like two-thirds, three-quarters of the crowd has never seen a Linkin Park show before, sometimes
Yeah.
more. Like sometimes I asked the crowd many times, many nights, how many of you have not seen Linkin Park before? And most of the hands go up. So it's knowing that, like, we always we always play old and new songs. And also, it's important to play the new songs as much as we do, because those are the ones that are native to Emily's voice. Those are the one where there's no comparison. And then
Hmm.
when we play the old songs, she does such a great job of making them like her own, that I feel like the fans, I can tell when someone is having a hard time like digesting the fact that it's a different voice. And these days I see very little of that. I don't know if it's just because they've watched so many videos of us playing with her on YouTube or whatever, or if or she's just singing it in a way where their brain goes, yeah, that's in the end.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
numb. I mean, by the way, she does a fucking insane insanely great job singing the old songs. Like Numb sounds incredible. But, I think that it took she had to put in a lot of work to get there. She really, before anyone heard her sing it, she spent tons and tons and tons of hours just working out how to sing it just right.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine. Like, but seeing this, the day you made the return announcement, the regrouping, there was a live streaming of a show. I don't remember if it was played live or it was pre-recorded and streamed, but it was like, wow, this is sounding really nice.
Mm,
So we're
thank you.
expecting to see you here and see the live version, the real one. Regarding your visit to Argentina, I have to ask, what do you remember about you played here 3 times, a stadium, I think another stadium, and a Maximus Festival. I don't know if you remember anything from those shows, from you being here.
I mean, I think the Argentinian crowd is so famous within, like, in general, like for the amount of like enthusiasm and how crazy they are, and they're just like such a great place to play. It's just such a great place to play. But also specifically the Linkin Park fans in Argentina are like a really great crowd. We joke sometimes that there's like the Michelin star ranking of restaurants. Like, if you wanted to, you could do a band rating of like how good are the crowds.
Yeah.
Like, should you go play Argentina? How many stars does Argentina get? I feel like Argentina is a 5-star crowd. Like, if another band asks me like, "Oh, is it any good? Like, should we go over there?" Like, definitely, you should definitely go play Argentina.
Which other places will rank on
The
this?
5 stars? Oh
Yeah,
man.
or maybe four. I
Actually, we're
don't
very
know.
excited about this leg of the tour because Latin America is a very strong, at least for
Mm-hmm.
our band, it's a very strong place to play. Like, we love those crowds. The crowds are very, I think one of the things that makes it great is that the crowds are very loud and they're very
Yeah.
active. They move around a lot, they jump a lot, the hands are in the air, they sing very loud. Like other places, they don't do that so much. Just to give you a comparison, I love playing Japan.
Mm-hmm.
The Japanese crowd is very different. Like,
Yeah.
they sing very loud, and then when the song is done, they cheer loud for one moment, and then they're quiet, and it's completely silent. And in between songs, there's no talking and there's no movement. So it's just a very different culturally, it's a very different
Mm-hmm.
place to play. New York and LA, they get every show, they see a new show every night. Like, every artist comes through those cities, they get everything. So in order for them to be properly excited and impressed, like, it's more rare. Like, there have been times when we played LA and New York where the crowd is fine, they're good. Like, they're excited for LA and New York, but they don't realize that in Argentina they're literally like freaking out and like throwing like road flares in the air and burning things. Like, it's fucking
Yeah.
crazy. So,
Yeah.
yeah, an LA crowd just doesn't know that exists.
Yeah, like as you were talking, I was remembering last Saturday, Kendrick Lamar was here and he played a show. And on the internet, people from the US was clipping the mosh pits and stuff from the show, saying like, "What is happening?"
Right.
Um,
They thought it's like, I've seen clips from different shows where they think it looks like a riot or like
yeah,
political unrest. And
right.
it's just a concert.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thanks a lot. It means a
Okay,
lot to talk to you. Bye.
great. Good to talk to you too. Thanks so much.
Thanks.